Looks like a lot of clouds most of the time tonight and Friday. A cold front has moved through, kicked through the valley earlier this afternoon. Just a couple sprinkles and showers around, but it looks like most areas will be dry the majority of the time. Maybe it's still a sprinkle tonight or tomorrow, even going into Saturday, but not much rain out there, just mainly some clouds most of tomorrow. I think the weekend will be getting pretty warm again. Temperatures back at least in the 70s, maybe even near 80 on Saturday, and most likely above 80 on Sunday afternoon with some more sunshine ready to break out, especially by Sunday. We do have some warm days still early next week as well. Now, current wind gusts, if you've been outside, it's different than this morning. If you've been inside since you went to work this morning, initially it was pretty calm, but then the winds have been getting gusty this afternoon behind a cold front. A gust right now at 32 miles per hour from the north in McAllen, and even gusts near 30 or 35 miles per hour, even higher in the lower valley. So these gusty winds will gradually subside, but should still remain rather breezy in the lower valley near the coast through most of this evening and part of tonight. And you see here on Future Track, here we are 8 p.m. The blue colors indicate less wind. The yellows indicate some stronger winds, and see the strongest winds at the coast at 8 p.m. and then the winds kind of gradually diminishing as the evening goes on. By midnight, the wind's really calming down inland, but still kind of breezy at the coast overnight. But by tomorrow, most every place is back in the very light winds. In fact, tomorrow, if you're outdoors, winds may be only like 5 or 10 miles per hour most of the day. So this evening, though, still pretty breezy initially, with temperatures falling through the 60s after sunset and may reach the upper 50s late this evening. I think overnight will eventually bottom out into the low to mid 50s in most areas by morning, with clouds around and mainly dry weather. Clouds moving through the area. There you can see the cold front come through. This is the radar loop since early this morning, and right there's a front that blew through around midday, and then not much left behind it. A couple of sprinkles still showing up from time to time, but mostly south of us into Mexico. So, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. You get a couple of little sprinkles on your windshield when you're driving home, but really not much falling from the sky at all. Clouds are filling in across most of South Texas, and they should remain in place most of tomorrow. Future Track tries to show maybe a little clearing on Friday, but if you look at the map here, here's tonight, midnight, more clouds across the valley. By tomorrow, clouds around in the morning and through the day, mainly cloudy skies, but you see a few thin spots forecast to break maybe in the clouds later in the morning and afternoon. So I'm not sure we'll get too many breaks in the clouds, but if we do, temperatures have a chance to maybe warm up closer to 70 in spots that get a little sunshine. But I think most areas may only hang in the low to mid 60s the majority of the afternoon, with light wind and just lots of clouds. Friday night, still some clouds around. You might catch a sprinkle Friday night and Saturday. There's another upper level disturbance moving through, which is mostly causing rain to our north. But on Saturday, we could see a sprinkle in the morning when the clouds are still hanging around. But I think the clouds will gradually thin in the afternoon into more of a partly sunny day to get temperatures back up at least into the 70s. And then here's the stroke of midnight. Saturday night, midnight, Sunday morning, showing just partly to sometimes mostly cloudy skies. I think temperatures will still be running mainly in the 60s for New Year's. So your official forecast, what we'll say for the stroke of midnight, going for about 67 degrees across the valley, partly to maybe mostly cloudy skies, but dry weather when the new year comes in, and temperatures may only cool a few more degrees into the 60s overnight. Could be some fog around late at night if you're up really late partying, really late, like 5 in the morning. So keep that in mind. Maybe late Saturday night could be some low clouds and fog. But your first 7-day forecast, 60s tomorrow, at least in the 70s on Saturday. If the sun breaks through more, we might reach the low 80s in spots. Sunday looks like a warm day, up in the 80s again. Monday looks warm. Tuesday looks warm and sunny. Wednesday, we were talking yesterday, maybe a cold front arriving on Wednesday, but most of the models say that may not happen until Wednesday night or Thursday morning. So Wednesday could be a very warm day. But whenever that front gets here, whether it's Wednesday night or Thursday morning, it does look like a pretty good surge of colder air, so highs may be stuck in the 50s with gusty winds next Thursday. So if you like the warm weather, you have you have the rest of the year almost, and a few days early next year to enjoy it before the next strong cold front tries to get here.
And when will that be? Do you know?
It looks like about Thursday, so you got about a week
to
until
prepare.
The next blast of potentially some chilly air.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Looking forward to that. All right.